ChatGPT Image 2.0 just dropped, and it's not just generating images anymore. It's actually thinking before it creates. After testing it this week, I'm going to say it, this is the best AI image model right now. I ran it through product shots, posters, headshots, infographics, and even YouTube thumbnails. And the difference between this and the old model, the results speak for themselves. So in this video, I'll show you the huge differences between the old and the new model, how to use it yourself, and the kind of stuff you can actually create with it. Ready? Let's jump right in. Alright, so the first thing I want to check is how the new model compares to the old model when it comes to marketing materials. So I took this Gucci Flora perfume as the product and I used this prompt to create an advertisement for it. I used the same prompt with the old and the new model, and let me show you the results. On the left side is the old model. As you can see, I asked for a few different aspect ratios for different platforms, and it just created one image with all those different ratios stacked together. It is one file, it didn't create separate images in different ratios, it just put everything into one image. This is a perfect example of not thinking and just generating. But the new model, as you can see, it created these two beautiful images. The perfume looks realistic. It kept the bottle exactly as it is, and it placed it in a beautiful background that really complements the product. Another example for Gucci Flora, this time a poster. On the old model, the flowers looks a bit weird. I'm not sure how to explain why, but it just looks off. And it also changed the color of the perfume slightly. The new model is much better, it looks way sharper, and the perfume looks exactly like it does in the product image I sent. For the next use case, I used this Suncharm sunscreen. As you can see, this image is already from a studio shoot. It has that shadow and lighting, so let's see how the model can handle that. I sent this prompt. This time I wanted to create an advertisement, but I didn't specify the aspect ratio. I just sent the prompt as is. And here's the result. Old model on the left, you can see the way the bottle is standing on the surfboard isn't very realistic. It's leaning on something invisible. It looks weird, kind of gives off unrealistic vibes. But the new model, it nailed it. It looks really, really good. And notice how the colors of the surfboard complement the color of the bottle. Then I asked it to change the aspect ratio to 4:3. And as you can see, it did it perfectly. So you can also ask it to resize the image and change the aspect ratio. Then I asked it to swap the product in the image with this sun balm product. And it changed it so smoothly, it looks so good. And look, the colors of the surfboard change accordingly to match the bottle. Now I wanted to add icons from another image. I found this one on Amazon from a product listing, and I wanted to add those icons to my image. And look how great that turned out. This used to take hours to create, and now it was so easy. The image looks amazing and the icons fit in perfectly. Now, let's move on to the practical part, how to use it, a little bit about thinking mode and how to turn it on, and the differences between the free and the paid plan of ChatGPT when you're generating images. Alright, so to use the new image model in ChatGPT, go to your browser and open chatgpt.com. Then, in the top left corner, click on ChatGPT and you will see that the model is automatically set to instant. To create images with the new model, you need to switch it to thinking. Once thinking mode is on, you will see it confirmed in the chat box. Then, to create an image, just click on the plus sign and choose Create Image. All that's left is to type your prompt and ChatGPT will generate the image using the new model, Image 2.0. Now let's talk about the plans, free versus plus. If you're a free user, you won't be able to choose thinking mode, you will only be able to use instant mode, and you will be limited to about 2 to 3 images per day with the old model. But if you have the Plus plan, which is $20 a month, you can generate up to 200 images per day. You will have access to both instant mode and thinking mode, meaning you can create images with the new model. All right, now let's get into what you can actually create. The first example is an infographic. I gave it this prompt and asked it to create an infographic poster for the wine regions of the world. I added just a little bit about the style I wanted, nothing beyond that, and this is the result. It created this beautiful poster of different places that produce wine. It looks really, really good. This is honestly one of the biggest strengths of the new model. It handles text really well. You can see here it wrote out all those different countries and regions on the map, and it generated this whole infographic perfectly with very little information from me. The prompt was super short, so imagine what happens when you actually give it detailed instructions. It can generate something amazing and it turns out beautifully. Next use case, a professional headshot. I gave it an image of myself and asked it to create a professional headshot that looks like it was taken in a studio with professional lighting and a business style. And this is what it gave me. It kept me exactly as I am. Didn't change anything. As you can see, it added this nice black suit and it actually looks like a photo from a real professional photo shoot. That's so cool. The next use case is removing objects from an image. You can give it an image and ask it to remove specific things. I asked it to remove the two women behind me, and this is the result. It did it perfectly. The only thing is the punching bags in the background looks like they are still moving, so it can look a little weird, but the removal of the women themselves was perfect. Next use case, multiple edits in one prompt. With the previous model of ChatGPT, if you asked it to change two things in an image in a single prompt, it would probably ignore one and only change the other. The new model handles this completely differently. You can ask for multiple changes at once and it will do all of them. So I asked it to change the car behind us to a white Porsche Taycan and our outfits to a luxurious resort vibe. And let me show you the result. There we are in luxurious outfits with a Porsche Taycan behind us. And just for fun, I asked it to change the same image again, this time to a red carpet vibe in New York, changing both our clothes and the background. And this was the result. Pretty nice. All right, last use case, YouTube thumbnails. Honestly, this was the most surprising part for me. I just gave it an image of myself and asked it to generate a YouTube thumbnail for a video about the new ChatGPT Image 2.0 model. And this is the result. The top image is the first thing I got from a really short, simple prompt. Then I iterated and asked for a few changes, and this is the second result. You will probably see the thumbnail of this video, and I will probably end up using one of the generations I made with ChatGPT. So it's actually really useful, and it surprised me how well it handled this. Now, before we wrap up, a quick honest note, this isn't a perfect tool. Yes, it's the best AI image model right now, but it's still AI, and it's still going to make mistakes. One thing I noticed, if you're regenerating an image that includes a real person, the model can start losing the details of the face after a few rounds. The face won't look exactly like the original anymore, so if you're working with real people in your images, try to get it right in fewer attempts and pick the best one early. Either way, always review your results. It's important to keep a human in the loop whenever you're working with AI image models. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. I hope this video helped you out. I'd love to hear which other AI tools you'd like me to make videos about here on the channel. Drop me a comment if there's a specific topic you're struggling with or something you want to learn more about. See you in the next one.